mind is when the mind is 100% available, you live, speak, think, and work in meditation. So, what is the journey? Oh, here is Terry. Oh, we have found a friend. Oh, good, 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 good. So, what happens that first we have to chase meditation by knowledge, by understanding, by practice. What is the pointer to succeed in meditation? When the meditation chases you everywhere. You're talking to your honey, your son and daughter. Meditative state is there. You know what to speak, how much to speak, when to withdraw. The moment you have a fit of an anger or anxiety, can you really withdraw? No, you cannot. The intellect wants to rationalize, prove it that I'm right, you are wrong. Are you getting it? That is how the meditation permeates the entire life. So, our understanding today is that mind should be 100% available. When the mind is 100% available, when, where, in all conditions, with everyone, 24 by 7, then you have succeeded in meditation. So, let us look at it. We see certain plants have, the moment you touch them, they show that they respond. They have some sensation. The science says it is a rudimentary mind in plants. Animal mind in animals. When we talk about the human race, we say we are a social animal. So we carry the animal mind also. Do you see that? Oh, we are a social animal. In times of lockdown. So the moment we say that we are a social animal, we have animal mind. We carry forward that animal mind. So understand one thing, there is nothing that comes out of, something can never come out of nothing. So how one master explains beautifully. I love his expression, who lived until 1950, great master. In this part of the world, perhaps he is not very well known, Sri Aurobindo. He says the life was involved into the matter, so because of the matter reaches to a saturation point, the life evolved out of it. And then the existent experimented with millions of species of life, from the unicellular organism to the multicellular. So what happened? The mind evolved out of life, and that is the animal mind. In human race, that animal mind reached to a saturation point and the intellect evolved. Can you claim that I evolved my intellect? We are born with an intellect. Gradually, we learn, we educate ourselves, and we use our intellect. Are you clear? The intellect evolves out of why the intellect evolves. Why? Question is this. Why the intellect evolves out of the animal mind. Pay attention. The instincts, our habits, when they are regulated by the intellect, it becomes the reasoning mind. When the reason is regulated, becomes an inspiration. That is our subject matter in meditation. When the reason is regulated, it becomes an inspiration. When the inspiration is regulated, it becomes a realization. And the method is meditation. Instinct habits can be regulated by it becomes what? It becomes a reasoning mind. My intellect is purified. Why I talk a lot about purification of the mind? We carry millions and trillions of impressions of animal mind with us. I think we all are aware. A little awareness can help us to know how those animal instincts are always present within us. So it has to be regulated by the intellect. It becomes a reasoning mind. When the reasoning mind is regulated, it becomes an inspiration. And when the inspiration is regulated by the practice of meditation, it becomes a state of realization. We are going little deeper today. What is that deeper? Pay attention to it. Patanjali says vritti. Vritti. Do you see my beard? Yes, you see it. So there is a trigger in the mind when I told you to see the beard. And that trigger is a feeling and impression, and that is known as vritti. What is that vritti? The mind is modified. Two things. When the mind is modified, we say that there are hundreds and millions of modifications of the mind. You see that when you look at your wife, there is another modification. When you look at me, the mind is modified differently. Just to give an example, you see that? Instant modification is there. So there are two things: modification of the mind and a thought. That thought is known as pratyaya, and the modification is known as vritti. That vritti also means a circle. So that modification repeats itself, constantly repeats itself. There are certain habits. It carries the impression of the animal mind, of the seeking the pleasure, the power, the possession. That modification continues. That is the impurity of the mind, needs to be purified to enter into the meditative state. See another example. You have decided to attend this meditation session. That is a thought. But why you want to do it? There are many reasons. The mind has been modified. That is why you are attending. Two things. Are you getting it? Modification of the mind. One, and the moment it converts into a thought process, that is a thought. Now, interesting. So you have two things: modification of the mind and a thought. You have unstable modifications of the mind. Even while listening to me, your mind says, no, let us start meditation. He is talking too much. Just an example, maybe possible. So it means you have unstable modification and you have not similar thoughts in your mind. That is the nature of ordinary mind. What the ordinary mind does. How dare you say this? you get agitated. Instant anxiety, agitation, duality, conflict. Ordinary mind lives into that. They may express or they may not express. Now, see, I'm creating a mathematical equation. Now, the modification is stable. It is stable. Example, I have to do meditation. I have to do meditation. That modification is continuous. Even if you have different thought, but the modification has a stability that is known as focused mind. And both are stable. Thought and the vritti is deeper inside. You are a seeker, and you will always succeed in meditation. That is what it means. The mind is 100% available to me. I'm speaking. Take another example. Am I speaking? Yes, I'm speaking. So, how I'm speaking with the reference to the thought? I'm expressing my thought, but what is going on inside? Is there a stability in those modifications? I'm already in the state of meditation. Are you getting it? Are you listening to me? Yes. In terms of the thought, yes. But what is going on in your mind? Is the mind reacting, responding, agreeing, disagreeing? These are modifications. These are modifications. See that? So when we have a stable modifications and we have the similar thought pattern going on in the mind is 100% available to you, and you always succeed in meditation. Meditation also relaxes the body. See another example. This is a thought. An instant modification of the mind. My body is not supporting me. I cannot sit with the steadiness. My body is causing a lot of problem. Modification. See that? Do you see the conflict between the two? We are going deeper. Every Saturday, I'm picking up a lot of other principles so that you should understand that. Now, going little deeper, let me pick up. So, what happens? Are you attentive to me? Yes. What is that attention means? Attention is a constant awareness created by your will. When you pay attention, you become aware of the object or the thought. Attention, awareness maintains the stability of your modification of the mind. That is what happens in the deeper state of meditation. Attention, awareness maintains the stability of your vrittis. You are constantly aware of the same modification of the mind. You have chosen that modification. And because you have chosen the modification, that modification decides the thought in your mind. So, what happens? Awareness, attention, and the thought flow in one direction, unidirection. That unidirection is deeper inside, and you succeed in mindfulness or meditation. You have to listen to it again and again. Understand in a different way. Attention leads to awareness and will. Attention is hijacked by modifications of the mind. Attention is hijacked by different thoughts in the mind. So you have only one modification that is being repeated again and again. You have only one thought that is being repeated again and again. You see, while listening, I have heard a lot of people who come, especially in India. Sir, I have heard you, but this topic, this lecture is very good for my wife. Modification. Then you you will never succeed. I have tried hard. My honey never comes to your class. Another modification. Are you getting it? Attention, awareness, and will is directed by your attention. And then you succeed in meditation. You always succeed in meditation. Are you getting it? We started our journey that this mind is created by the existence. First, in the plants, we see some form of sensation. We say it's a rudimentary mind. In animals, it is the animal mind. In human being, we are given the intellect, the thinker and the thought to separate. This is the animal mind. This is the animal nature. So, who is actively participating? No, I will not move to this animal nature. The intellect, it separates. So that is why even the science, the modern science and the psychology says that if you invoke the intellect, the reasoning to separate that animal nature from the human nature, we become a human being. But when the mind is dictating the intellect, we cannot do it. And that is what is known as the impurity of the mind that needs to be purified, that needs to be taken care of before we succeed in meditation. So we started our journey with the animal mind, but I have a human mind also. You see, animal mind, pre programmed, controlled, governed by the nature. You see, but at the same time, I have a human mind. So, human mind has a thought. So, thoughts and the animal nature, thoughts and the impulses, thoughts and the compulsion. Are you getting it? That creates lot of vrittis. I'm not able to control myself. The moment I see this guy who cheated me, animal nature, good thought. See that. So, this mindfulness and meditation brings a tremendous transformation to the mind. It changes your nature completely. You enter into a new level of perception. You enter into totally a new life. One master says, when you succeed in meditation and then you start living in the world, it is totally a new birth. Because now everything has changed. The way you see your honey, your son, daughter, and the wealth, everything has totally a new perception. And it can happen only when the mind is 100% available to you. So let us start our journey today. Eyes are closed. Stage 1. In the stage 1, we prepare the steadiness of the body and the mind facing or looking within. The stage 1 we have three, we have two fundamental steps. Close your eyes, sit, or find out the most comfortable position of the body. I'm not stressing you. You can even lie down on the back, whatever is more comfortable. I'm not putting some restrictions and condition you have to sit only in a lotus pose to do it. Let us start the journey. Let the mind be withdrawn inside, and you will discover that it is easy to sit in lotus pose, that you have not been able to do it or naturally. So eyes are closed, the mind is facing inside. Keep looking inside. What does that means? From the talk we discussed together, the mind is facing inside with awareness and attention. Who plays the role? The intellect. Can you allow the animal mind to play the role? If yes, your body will continuously move, but it also moves due to the impurities. So even if it moves, become aware and start moving the mind inside. Keep looking inside. It will move because of our nature and the habit. That is what I discussed. Habits, animal mind, instincts should be regulated by intellect or the reasoning mind. That is the stage one. How you do it? With awareness and attention. The mind says, no, I need a glass of water now. What? Modification. See that? That is why I ask you to follow the second step in the stage one of being comfortable. Now let me drink the water in the middle of the meditation. Modification. So being comfortable is here at the physical level. Move the mind on the neck joint. Be there, feel the presence, and experience sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. Move the mind on the shoulder joints. When I gave you the instruction, what it means, you are aware and attention is also there. So when the similar modifications is there, what will happen? The will is also there. See that? It's a little deeper concept, but I'm trying to make it clear. So when you look at the shoulder joints, what is normally my expression? Be there, feel the presence. Why? In the background, awareness, attention, and will leads to an experience of sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. See that? What I talk, I translate into the practice in the very session. So you need to listen to the talk again and again this week before we go deeper. Move the mind on the hip joint. Now it becomes a play. Awareness, attention, and will. Hip joint, feel, presence, experience, sensation. Being comfortable and steadiness. Move the mind on the knee joints. Knee joints. I have modified your mind. The moment I say, look at the knee joints, one modification. Now it is the similar modification, knee joint, not by thinking. Knee joint, it continues. So that is how you feel the presence. And when you feel the presence, it leads you to experience of sensation being comfortable and steadiness. Not a big deal. It's a play and a fun. Meditation, mindfulness has to be play and a fun. In the field of awareness, attention, and will. Move the mind on the entire body, from the top of the head to the toes to all the joints. You have similar modification. The mind is only moving to all the joints. You are there with me. You're asking the mind to be present 100%. And that gives you a deeper experience of sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. So we have second part of the stage one, and the second step we have the second part also, being carefree. Last time I explained being carefree. You are constantly aware of the TV screen and the film that is going on the screen. They both are separate. The same way, the mind deep inside is not affected. It remains aware of what is going on in front. So the mind asks, what the hell I'm doing in the practice? What the hell I'm doing in the practice? You're not doing anything. You are aware that the thoughts on the surface are moving, and deep inside there is something that remains constant. Like the birds flying in the sky remains constant and the bird is flying. What you're doing? You're asking the mind to have a similar modifications, not dissimilar. See that? We are translating what we discussed today into a practice. Now, we will move into the stage 2. Let me give you a little deeper understanding of the stage 2. So, in the first step of the stage 2, we will continue these two steps of short and the quick breath, playful breath, but understand first. Why I say quick, short, and the playful breath? It is active breath. What guna it represents? It represents Rajo guna. But why I have to invoke the Rajo guna in all of you? Understand, and then we will do it. Because if I don't invoke, the mind will fall into tamoguna. What is tamoguna? Sleepiness, lethargies. Mind will fall into unconsciousness. Then you will say, oh, meditation is a very good means of deep and the sound sleep. So I invoke the Rajoguna so that we leave Tamoguna and we move to Satoguna. That is why we are doing this. So focus deep inside the forehead and start breathing short and a quick breath. Continue. Short, quick, playful breath from both the nostrils. We are not forcing. If we are forcing enough, then we fall into tamoguna. We have to strike a balance. It should be playful, our activity. It's active breath. Continue. We are not doing Bhastrika or Kapalbhati. Remember, they demand more of a tamoguna because they feel it has to be done with the body. It's a playful breath. You're playing with the short and the quick breath. Your body is not jumping except the chest. Remember this. So if you remember, if you understand, it takes time, but I'm making you understand only the rib cage expands and contract. And stop this. Do nothing. You experience maybe a sense of blankness deep inside the head. That is a pointer to the satoguna. We are able to maintain our awareness in that state. Even for a few seconds, we find as if the thoughts have gone. Pointer to the satoguna. And in that state, now what we do, the humming sound, the prana rises, the mind rises together to a higher state of consciousness. So take a deep, slow, silent breathing. Why deep, silent, and slow breathing? Satoguna. And then we do the humming sound, satoguna. Start with a deep, long, silent breathing. It should take time. While breathing out, the mind should live within, pointing within. Do you remember awareness, attention, will? All the three go together. Continue. Continue. Awareness, attention, and the will continues. Internalization of the mind will help you continue humming. And stop the humming sound. We will not wait. We will enter into the stage 3 of superimposition of Om Shanti. So, what we learned last week, any thought comes, superimpose Om Shanti. Any idea, any feeling comes, Om Shanti. There is nothing, Om Shanti. How you have been doing it? The way I gave an example that I come to you, you ask me, what's your name? I say, Om Shanti. What you do, Om Shanti? Where are you going, Om Shanti? Which practice you gave me today, Om Shanti? Is your family okay, Om Shanti? Are you understanding? We are creating a similar modification, asking the mind, this is the way. Continue. But here I want to tweak to take you a little deeper. What is that deeper aspect? Om is a symbol of higher consciousness. Okay. So you have to say Om Shanti. Om, the moment you say Om, the mind moves on the top of the head, where the intellect and the reason has no place. Om. And when you say Shanti, just look inside the heart. Now we are bringing the similar thought and the similar modification. Any thought comes, the mind has a will, it goes directly on the top of the head, Shanti. It drops deep inside the heart. Again, no thought, Shanti. There is a thought, Shanti. You do it casually, playfully. Like we have here also, we have a guard in a parking lot sitting inside the glass room, simply watching. Car has come, watching. So here you are watching Om Shanti. You don't say anything to that person who goes inside the parking lot and comes out of it. I try to give many similes to help your mind instantly move into that state. Continue. I have to be a keen observer of all of you I'm watching. That's why I don't close my eyes because you have come here to succeed in meditation. So I should be more aware of you. And I'll drop this Om Shanti step. So in the stage 3, we have the second step. We will see if the mind is naturally moving inside. Move the mind on the head and the neck. So outside, experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Look inside the head and the neck. And you become aware of the space and the sensation. Sensation inside represents the calmness, and the space inside represents the state of quietness. The right arm outside. So the mind remains with an experience of sensation, relaxation, and stillness. You have similar modification inside, still similar calmness and quietness. Move the mind on the left arm outside. The mind jumps to your dog or to your honey or somewhere else. There's similar modification. How can you know you succeed in meditation or not? You know it. And the left arm, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Inside, calmness and quietness. And look at the chest and the belly. Outside, feel presence. I'm pointing again, similar modification. What is that? It leads you to deepening of the experience of sensation, relaxation, stillness. Understand, my friends, in this journey you may have a variety of experiences: tingling, numbness, freezing of the body, vision, colors. Sometimes you may experience the body has become very big or it has become tiny, it's very small. Lot of variety of experiences comes. We will share that so that we know how to progress into that. Move the mind on the right leg. Right leg, be there. Feel the presence. Sensation, relaxation, stillness outside. And then move the mind inside the right leg, be there. And experience calmness and quietness. The mind is moving on the left leg. Where are you? On the left leg. Why I asked you? Attention. With awareness of the left leg. With the will to experience sensation, relaxation, stillness. Look inside the left leg. Just be there and experience calmness and quietness. Is your mind arguing with you? Dissimilar thoughts are there. Or you simply follow the instructions I'm giving to you. Choice is yours. Move the mind on the entire body, from the top of the head to the toes. Sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Inside, where inside? Inside the body, you experience the space and the sensation. A state of calmness and quietness is there. Stage 3 is complete now. Now, stage 4. The moment the breath goes in, allow the mind to jump deep inside with Om Shanti. When the breath goes in and out, mind jumps with Om Shanti. In the morning session, the guy asked me, "What do you mean by jump?" Like the drop of the water in a rainy season drops into an ocean and merges into an ocean. Can you find that drop of water in an ocean? So the intellect continues to make a query. Then we are missing the practice. See that? How simple to understand. And now leave the Om Shanti also. We move into the stage 5. Breath going in and out, three-pointed awareness only. What are the three-pointed awareness? We know the breath is going in and out, means I'm aware with attention. So if I'm aware and attention, with attention, I also experience the sensation when the breath goes in and out inside the nose. It's natural. I'm not creating it. Am I also attentive because it has a will? What is that will? Says, do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. So, what I say, three-pointed awareness of the breath. I said three-pointed awareness of the breath. I did not say focus. You know the breath is going in and out. You know the breath goes in, you feel the sensation. Comes out, you feel the sensation. And you're not changing the rate and the rhythm of the breath. You'll understand the importance of similar modification and the similar thought in this step easily. If everything is similar, you know what happens. And do nothing, remain as you are. You know what happens even if you are in the state of doing nothing? The mind continues its journey with awareness of the breath, with the three pointed awareness. And when that happens, when that happens, you move into deeper state of mindfulness. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind to the right hand, your mind to the left hand. If your hands are totally clean, then you can bring your both the hands on your eyes. Otherwise, open the eyes and we will share our experiences. Couple of people could not join. Sometime it denies entry. So, how are you, Ashok? Ashok has gone. So, how are you, Mamta? Mamta has gone. Unmuted. Jerry, Mamta is a good classical singer. She's also a yoga teacher. Okay, so how are you, Samir?
Sir, today I didn't move even a bit.
Very good.
Didn't move even a bit. According to me,
Very good. No,
it
no,
was
that's very
total,
good.
Total, I was just like a means rock sitting, just listening to you.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah.
that
That is
was
a
the
good
experience.
experience.
That was happening in me. That was there.
Very good.
That's it.
How are you, Terry?
I'm okay. In the beginning of it, it was very good, and I felt myself like I was kind of sinking all of a sudden.
Good. So then you got scared.
I don't think I did. It's just the dyskinesia began in my. It starts right here, and
Oh,
it was fighting with me. It was almost like that was the animal part, and it was pulling me back down.
yeah.
I felt like that wasn't me.
I'll send you the file again and you do the practice this week again and again. And don't allow the animal part to take over.
Well, I didn't allow it to affect my will, but I couldn't control it from what it was doing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Very good. But anyhow, so how are you, Ashok?
Sir,
Mamta,
it was a very beautiful experience today, much deeper, and
much deeper. You see that?
uh,
You have left in the middle. Now you are doing it regularly, then your experience changes.
yes, sir, it's a good. I will
It is a
continue now.
different engineering discipline. I know you are also an engineer, so it is self engineering.
Thank you.
How are you, Mamta?
Sir, it was nice feeling. And when you were saying that when thought comes, you just say Om Shanti. Then I realized there was no thought. Then
Wonderful. And she is gone. How are you, Stephen?
so means after the
Okay, okay, good.
in the last
I'm well. It was, first of all, thank you very much. I find that with each meditation that I do with you, I do find I'm going deeper and deeper in each one. This experience was, I was in a complete state of calmness and had control of my mind from the moment it started. Um,
Wonderful.
the experience that was different was the very first Om Shanti part. It almost as if my mind knew exactly what was going to come next, and
Oh,
it was doing it on its own. And when you would say Om, my concentration went to my crown, and all I was able to see was purple light. And
perfect.
then
That's
and then
good.
when I went to the Shanti, I could see the green in my heart. And
What a
and
beautiful experience. Yes.
so it was really great, and it just continued through the entire the entire rest of the meditation. So thank you.
Thank you. I always say regular practice with wisdom, with understanding, always succeeds. So, Mamta, you want to complete?
yeah, so sir, actually my father was calling, so that's why I couldn't say. So
Yeah,
means
it's important.
then
It's a
then I
great aid to meditation. Gone. So, how are you, Sangeeta? Okay,
then I also
yes.
realized that
Yes, yes, go ahead, Mamta.
then I said this thought also coming that there is no thought. So then I applied Om Shanti.
Apply Om
No
Shanti.
need to say think means that
No
there is
need
no
to go
thought.
to
And
dad. Yes.
after finishing means there was when you said Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Then I feel means vibration in my whole body, deep
Very strong.
vibrations and means
That's why
relax,
you
total
don't
relax.
attend.
I feel.
That's why you don't attend regularly. Good. Very good experience. So, how about you, Jerry?
I'm doing well, thank you, Girish. Wonderful. Wonderful practicing with everyone too, even though we're virtual. So, Stone was very restless. We had our dog in the room, and it was an interesting practice for me. Sorry, why don't you read it?
It's okay. It's okay.
Go ahead. Yes,
He's also sharing his experiences, so it's okay.
yeah.
No, it was an easy practice though.
Yeah. I actually had a very, very good deep practice, kind of, the head to the heart. I didn't see the green like Stephen did, but I saw the violet. But it was a great practice for me because Stone was very restless. He was whining. He was playing with toys, and I just totally ignored it. And he was doing it for Stone is our dog. He was doing that for most of the practice, and it just caused me to go deeper and deeper. So I really, really enjoyed it, and it was a great practice to have Stone here.
Oh, what a wonderful experience, David. That's really good. We are progressing. It's all regular practice with wisdom. How are you,
And thank you.
Sangeeta?
सर बहुत अच्छा लग रहा था और सर एक पॉइंट पे आया कि बॉडी में से जैसे हीट निकल रही है और
रिलीज हो रहा है, सब कुछ जा रहा है, ठीक है।
तो पर शांत, बिल्कुल शांत था, बहुत
शांत,
अच्छा लग रहा है।
very good. Sometime you also experience the way she experienced that a lot of heat are being released. So let it be. Even everything outside is well controlled, but we have an extreme heat sensation. Sometimes we have a freezing cold sensation. So how are you, Rakesh and Vaibhav? Oh, Vivek is also there.
Sir, today I could not reach much deeper. The reason being I had some itching and irritations, and so my mind was struggling to suggest it is all happening to body, so don't move. So this kind of struggle was going on.
Okay.
So could not reach much deeper today.
Yeah. Sometimes the animal mind takes over, and which is normal, and that goes into the body and creates those discomfort. But no problem. Continue the journey. Vaibhav, what is your take?
Sir, I was just feeling like some light is falling on me like a waterfall.
Beautiful experience. Yes. That's a beautiful. That has given you a very deeper state of calmness.
Sir.
Yeah. How about you, Viveka? Viveka is one of the greatest steps in meditation. You know that? Viveka means discernment. We'll talk next week about this.
Okay, Hari Om. I felt peace, calmness, nothingness, like nothing was there. Totally peace.
Continue the journey.
And then I was,
Continue the journey. Leave the past. No, I'm not talking to everyone. So leave the past. How about you?
Sir, this is my best session that I have experienced. और सर तो साउंड का कंटिन्यूसली करा रहे थे, तो उसमें जो लास्ट में साउंड था उसमें काफी रिलैक्स फील हुआ.
Very good. Very deep relaxation and calmness he felt. You see, now this week I'm going to upload this file on the Spreaker, so you can